navigating higher education today?
Well, it's this really fascinating mix, isn't it? You've got traditional academia, sure, but also the huge demands of running a modern, pretty complex operation. College administrators, managers, they're constantly juggling, trying to foster an amazing learning environment, which is key, but also handling all the, intricate details of student life, curriculum, finances. It's a big challenge.
It really is. And it requires serious infrastructure.
Yeah.
The sheer volume and variety of tasks are just immense. I mean, think about it, from admissions and registration all the way through to graduation and even alumni relations afterwards.
Right.
Making sure all those critical processes run smoothly, kind of behind the scenes, that's foundational to everything else the institution's trying to achieve.
And that's exactly where we want to dig in today. We want to explore how dedicated student management system software provides that essential infrastructure.
It's really about taking those crucial administrative workflows, which are often really complex, let's be honest, and truly transforming them, digitizing them, streamlining them.
Yeah, like building a robust digital engine for the college.
Exactly. A digital engine. I like that.
And, when that back end is efficient, transparent, interconnected, it doesn't just lift the administrative burden, though it certainly does that. It directly enhances the experience for everyone, students, faculty, staff.
That makes sense.
It's become really clear to us, working closely with institutions day in, day out, that moving towards this kind of digital transformation in higher ed, well, it isn't just an option anymore. It's pretty much a vital necessity to stay effective, to stay competitive.
So in this deep dive, our mission really is to unpack how these systems actually achieve that transformation. We'll look at the specific processes that see the most significant improvements and what features actually make the biggest difference.
Right.
And drawing on what we've learned from institutions about, their needs, their challenges, we'll also discuss the approach we've taken in developing solutions like DreamClass to meet these specific requirements.
Yeah, the insights we're sharing today, they come directly from, honestly, countless conversations with college administrators who are facing these realities every single day.
Okay, so let's unpack that a bit more. Why is implementing or maybe upgrading to a comprehensive student management system software? Why is that so absolutely crucial for colleges right now in today's landscape?
Well, one of the most persistent challenges we consistently see is the fragmentation of all these administrative tasks.
Fragmentation, okay.
Yeah, you have different departments, admissions, finance, academic, student services, often working in silos, right? They might be using different software systems, maybe systems that don't talk to each other, or sometimes, believe it or not, still relying heavily on manual processes, spreadsheets, even paper files for really critical functions.
Wow, paper files. And when things are fragmented like that, it's not just inefficient, is it? Where it must lead to information being out of sync, maybe duplicated effort, errors.
Oh, absolutely.
A lack of visibility across the whole institution. Sounds like, I don't know, trying to drive a car where the engine and the brakes are made by different companies and just don't communicate.
That's a great analogy. It's exactly like that. A modern student academic management system is designed specifically to unify these workflows. It acts as a central platform.
Okay.
Pulling together all that critical data, all those interconnected processes. And this, well, it drastically cuts down on redundant manual tasks, provides real-time transparency across every department that actually needs access to student or institutional data.
And what's really insightful here, something we definitely hear from institutions that have made this shift, is that the benefits, they go way beyond just, tidying up the back office.
Oh, for sure.
This administrative efficiency, it seems like it's deeply woven into the fabric of academic success itself. It impacts everything, doesn't it? From how easily you can maybe update course catalogs to managing student financial aid, and even ensuring effective communication between students and their professors.
It fundamentally underpins the entire student life cycle. I mean, from the very moment they inquire about the college until long after they graduate. This really pressing need for a single, unified, efficient system, that's what drives the development of solutions designed to tackle these fundamental challenges.
Right.
Our focus really is on creating systems that consolidate all these essential functions into, ideally, one intuitive platform.
Okay, so we've established that critical need, overcoming fragmentation, connecting admin work to academic outcomes. Let's move from that broader picture now to the specific academic processes that really see a significant transformation, maybe even a surprising one when you bring a dedicated system online. Where should we start digging in?
Well, the absolute core, you could say the engine room of any college is its curriculum. The classes, the courses offered, how they're structured, how they're delivered.
Naturally. Yeah, it's what the education you're actually
Exactly.
providing.
Exactly. And managing that can be incredibly complex administratively. We've definitely seen institutions wrestling with outdated systems where, simply adding a new elective or maybe modifying a course description involves multiple steps across different departments. It can consume weeks of admin time.
Weeks.
Yeah. With a robust academic management system, administrators gain, well, incredible flexibility and efficiency right there. They can create and modify classes, courses, even entire programs with much, much greater ease.
What kind of flexibility are we talking about specifically? Can you give an example?
Sure. Think about structuring complex programs, maybe handling multiple course tracks within a single degree, or assigning multiple instructors, perhaps a lead professor and a lab assistant to a single course. Even one that spans different components, like a lecture series and a practical lab session. A good system lets you model those real-world academic structures digitally. It handles the nuances, like theory-based versus practical courses all together.
So instead of curriculum management being this bureaucratic hurdle, it becomes something that can adapt more agilely to changing needs, maybe new fields of study.
That's precisely the key outcome. You get much more dynamic, flexible academic structures that can adapt quickly to, evolving learning needs or market demands. And crucially, this significantly reduces those administrative bottlenecks that often slow down essential curriculum updates or changes.
Which means students benefit faster from refreshed offerings.
Exactly, sooner.
That makes perfect sense for managing the structure of the learning itself. Students, they're on a journey, right? It lasts semesters, sometimes years. What about maintaining continuity and supporting them throughout that entire experience?
That seamless, transparent journey. That's a fundamental expectation for students today. They really want to know their academic history is secure, it's accessible. A powerful system ensures this continuity
Wow.
by providing persistent access to past academic records, grades, maybe even previous course materials if that's relevant. It allows both the students and the administrators to see their complete history all in one place.
That kind of long view, that longitudinal view, sounds incredibly helpful for advising progress checks. Maybe just peace of mind for the student.
It really is. The system supports quite sophisticated progress tracking across semesters or years. It helps students understand exactly where they stand in their program requirements. And importantly, it structures the necessary support mechanisms.
Like linking them to advisors.
Yeah, linking students to advisors or relevant resources based on their specific academic profile. This continuity, it isn't just about data management. It genuinely builds student trust and confidence in the institution, and that's vital for long-term retention.
Okay, so beyond just tracking progress, how do these systems help colleges actively engage students in their academic life? Because getting students participating, feeling connected, that seems like a huge goal.
Oh, absolutely. And engaged students are, demonstrably more successful students. A well-designed system really facilitates this primarily through personalized student portals.
Portals, right.
Yeah. This gives each student a central hub, basically, available anytime, anywhere with real-time access to essential information. Things like their current class schedules, contact info for peers and professors, clear visibility into their grades, assessment results, even attendance records.
Giving students that level of access and sort of control over their own information, that feels quite empowering.
It definitely is. And there's a really significant efficiency gain here for the administrative staff, too. Well, these portals often allow students to easily monitor their tuition fees, view payment schedules, and importantly, even make payments directly online. Just think about the reduction in queries and manual processing for the finance office or the registrar's office. It's a direct streamlining of tasks that previously, consumed considerable staff time.
That's a brilliant point. Admin tasks simplified because students can self-serve through the technology. What about fostering interaction then, building that academic community between students and faculty? That relationship feels so important.
It truly is. And while, in-person interaction obviously remains crucial, modern systems provide digital tools to support meaningful connections outside the physical classroom, too.
Right.
They often offer integrated communication channels, things like secure messaging, maybe discussion forums linked directly to courses. This allows students and professors to connect easily, exchange information, ask questions. They also facilitate shared access to relevant academic data, ensuring everyone involved has the context they need to collaborate effectively and really support the learning process.
So it's not just about managing administrative data in isolation. It's also about building the digital bridges, maybe, enabling connection and collaboration within the college community.
Exactly. It helps nurture that strong academic community, recognizing that interaction happens both in physical spaces and digitally.
Okay, we've walked through some of the really critical academic processes that see significant improvement, from structuring the curriculum, supporting the student journey, fostering engagement. Now, drawing from our perspective, working directly with higher education institutions, let's talk a bit about how our system, DreamClass, specifically supports colleges in addressing these very needs we've been discussing.
Right. Well, DreamClass is a cloud-based student academic management system, and we developed it specifically with institutions in mind that are, looking to simplify these complex day-to-day administrative and academic operations. We often see colleges that know they need to modernize their workflows, get the benefits of digitization, but they also need a solution that isn't overly complex or, disruptive to implement and manage day-to-day.
That sounds like a common challenge. Knowing you need to upgrade, but maybe fearing a massive, overwhelming transition.
It really is. Our goal with DreamClass was definitely to make that transition manageable and the system itself intuitive. So based on everything we've discussed and what institutions consistently tell us they require, DreamClass offers capabilities that directly address those key areas we just covered.
So for instance, that curriculum management flexibility we talked about earlier.
Precisely. DreamClass is built to allow for that flexible curriculum creation. Administrators can easily set up single or multi-course classes. They can assign multiple instructors like a lead professor and an assistant, and structure the various components of a course, including handling theory versus practice modules, all within the system. This translates directly into being able to offer dynamic, well-structured academic programs without the administrative headache that often comes with it.
And connecting back to that crucial student engagement piece, the personalized student portals, those are a core feature in DreamClass, right?
Absolutely. DreamClass provides those personalized portals for students, and as we discussed, this really empowers them, gives them that single point of access to view their grades, check schedules, see assessment details, and importantly, manage their tuition fees and make payments online.
Which reduces the admin load.
Significantly reduces the administrative load on staff while giving students that autonomy.
Yeah, and the continuity across academic years, that seamless journey you mentioned.
Yes, ensuring data continuity is built in. DreamClass supports longitudinal student data access. So basically, all of a student's information, their academic history, interactions, financial records, it's all available across all their academic periods at the institution.
Which helps with tracking, advising.
Exactly. Tracking, advising, and just maintaining complete, accurate records over time.
And finally, supporting those academic community interactions between students and faculty.
Facilitating those collaborative networks is essential. So the system includes integrated tools that support interactions between students and professors, making communication and shared access to relevant academic information straightforward and, crucially, centralized.
It's clear how DreamClass really maps to those specific needs we've outlined. And speaking of needs, when college administrators are out there evaluating different systems, based on everything you've seen and heard, what features should really be at the top of their priority list? What are the sort of non-negotiables?
That's a really crucial question, and it's something we advise institutions on frequently. Based on the core administrative and academic pain points we see again and again, there are certain capabilities that just provide the biggest return on investment, solve the most pressing issues. So we always suggest looking for systems that offer robust curriculum management. That flexibility we talked about is fundamental.
Okay, so curriculum management, number one. What else?
Personalized student portals are essential, not just for engagement, but as we said, for offloading some administrative tasks onto students themselves through self-service. And don't underestimate the importance of integrated financial features. Managing tuition, fees, payments smoothly within the same system where the academic data lives, that's huge.
So curriculum, portals, finance. Got it.
Exactly. And of course, reliable and flexible grade tracking and assessment management, those are, non-negotiable fundamentals. And finally, effective communication tools integrated right within the platform are necessary for connecting students, faculty, and administrative staff efficiently.
So for administrators listening, perhaps thinking about this, that list curriculum management, personalized student portals, integrated financial features, grade tracking, and communication tools that serves as a really powerful checklist when they're comparing options.
Absolutely. Focusing on those capabilities ensures you're getting a system that really addresses the most impactful areas of college administration and academic life. And, for institutions, particularly small to mid-sized ones, it's also vital to look for solutions that are affordable, that are scalable as your needs grow, and are genuinely user-friendly.
User-friendly, yeah.
For both administrators and students. A powerful system is only effective if people can actually easily use it every day.
That's a really important point about usability and scalability, especially for institutions that might not have, massive IT departments or huge budgets.
Yeah.
Let's circle back just for a moment, specifically to the direct impact on the administrator's daily tasks. We've touched on efficiency, but how does a system like DreamClass fundamentally improve the kind of nuts and bolts of those daily responsibilities?
The core mechanism of improvement, the thing we see administrators benefit from every single day, is centralization. Simple as that, really. The system brings together academic data grades, schedules, attendance, progress, financial data, tuition balances, payment history, maybe financial aid status, and student interaction data, communication logs, advisor notes, portal activity, all into one unified platform.
So instead of logging into 5 different systems or chasing down different spreadsheets or sifting through endless email chains, everything related to a student or a course or a payment is right there, interconnected.
Precisely. By having all this critical real-time information integrated and easily accessible from, ideally, a single dashboard, it just drastically reduces the need for manual data entry across separate systems. It eliminates the need to constantly cross-reference information from disparate sources, and it significantly cuts down the time spent simply tracking down information.
And the tangible outcome then, for someone sitting at their desk, maybe processing applications or managing enrollment or just handling student inquiries.
The direct outcome for administrators is a really substantial reduction in their manual workloads. Tasks that honestly used to take hours, spread across different systems, can often be completed in minutes within a unified platform like DreamClass. This also leads to a corresponding decrease in the potential for errors, those errors that commonly occur when data is scattered, or manually transferred, or just plain out of sync. It just makes their work flow much more efficiently and accurately.
Yeah.
And we hear frequently how this shift frees up staff time to focus on more strategic activities or maybe more student-facing activities rather than just, data management.
This deep dive has really, I think, illuminated how a comprehensive student management system software, it's far more than just a digital filing cabinet, isn't it?
Definitely.
It's truly about providing that essential operational engine that allows a modern college to function effectively and really focus on its core mission, which is education.
It offers a robust, integrated solution that's specifically designed to meet the evolving needs of today's higher education institutions. It streamlines those administrative burdens we've discussed, yes, absolutely. But by doing so, it fundamentally enhances the academic experience for students and creates a more connected, more efficient environment for faculty and staff, too.
And the ultimate goal, really, is achieving that operational efficiency, but knowing that it directly benefits the people running the institution and, maybe most importantly, the students who are there to learn and grow.
That's the true impact, isn't it? Enabling the institution to be the best educational environment it can possibly be simply by simplifying the foundational processes that make everything else possible.
So as we wrap this up, here's something maybe to consider a final thought. We've seen how centralizing data helps manage existing processes more effectively. But how might further embracing these integrated digital systems, how might that not just optimize what colleges already do, but actually unlock entirely new ways for them to innovate, maybe in teaching and learning, or deepen engagement with their entire community of students, faculty, even alumni, and perhaps proactively adapt to the future of education itself?